thank you and good night. Right. Okay, I'm just kidding. Give it up for your jazz band. It's all right. Welcome, folks, to our Spring Props Concert Small Ensemble Night. A very fun evening. Close to the mics. A very fun evening for sure. You're in for a treat this evening to hear three of our just dynamite small ensembles here at South River High School. We'll start with our jazz band under the direction of Mr. Mike Taman, followed by our guitar club, our commercial band, student-led, student-run guitar club to follow up after jazz band, and then our percussion ensemble will finish our show with our percussion director, Mr. Drew Hara. So sit back, relax, snap a finger, tap a toe, and enjoy tonight's program. Thanks for coming. And here we go with our South River Jazz Band.
All right, thank you. That was Moanin' by Bobby Timmons, and we featured some solos on that tune. We had Caroline on the clarinet. We had Robert on the trombone. And Danny on the alto sax. We're going to do something a little different for the next tune. This is pretty much just a lead sheet, and it's a very much a jam session kind of song. So it's a 12-bar blues, and somebody might say, let's play Now's the Time. So this is Charlie Parker's Now's the Time, and we're going to feature just a lot of solos, just about everybody. do this without forgetting anybody. Chalu on flute, Danny on alto, Jack on alto, Robert on trombone. One of our guests this evening, Miss Jen Krupa on trombone. And then we had Billy on trumpet, we had Caroline on clarinet, we had Miss Finnick, one of our guests. This is Finnick on trumpet. And we had James on guitar, Missy on bass, and Caleb on the vibes. All right, and our next piece is kind of a standard of the kind of jazz rock kind of genre. This is Herbie Hancock's Chameleon, and we're going to hear from James again on the guitar, Missy again on bass, and Mr. Batnucci on guitar, and then everybody's going to play a solo. All right, next we're going to pull from Duke Ellington. This is the famous Take the A Train. We're going to hear from Billy on trumpet, Caroline on clarinet, and that's it, right? Yeah, those two. Okay, just a couple more people to recognize that aren't in the program, but adults that are helping us out. We got Mr. Kavanaugh on Barry sax. I just want to thank Mr. Kavanaugh for letting me come in once a week and work with his kids, use his band room, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun this year. And we have Mr. Stewart on trumpet. The next song I just I found in the file cabinet here, and it's kind of a punk rock for jazz band. It's called Over the Edge, very high tempo. We're going to feature our electronic people. Okay, we got another bass solo, we got another guitar solo, and then those are going to do a trumpet solo, and then we added a drum solo, and the kids were calling it Dante time. But then the song does say at the beginning, it says with fire. So it's got to be Dante's Inferno, right? Yeah. So that's what we'll call that's what will be the drum solo. Yeah, so we do solo section is 6 times. We're going to play the background here 2, 4, and 6. Alright. Solo.
One more round of applause for our South River Jazz Band under the direction of Mr. Mike Taman. Next up, in just a few moments, you'll be entertained by our Guitar Club commercial band. This group meets once a week, sometimes more, as needed during our next hour. As I mentioned, they are student-run and student-led from grades 9 through 12, from interested members that want to work on a variety of songs, cover songs, original songs. We have not only guitar members in the club, but also percussion and vocals and fiddle, which you're in for a treat here tonight to hear just a little taste of what they've been working on. These folks have been invited already to perform at the Senior Award Night here at South River High School, at the County Guitar Festival at Broadneck High School earlier this spring. And here with you tonight. So we're really proud to see such talented individuals really come forward and share their love of music and share their love of working together and collaborating together as a team So without further ado, I'm going to turn things over here, and our guitar club members will be making their way on stage, and we'll get started from there. Thanks.
Start with the chores and sweep till the floor's not clean. Polish your wax, do laundry and mop and shine up. Sweep again and by then it's like 7:15. And so I'll read a book or maybe 2 or 3. I'll add a few new paintings to my gallery. I'll play guitar and cooking basically. Just wonder when will my life begin. Some darts and baking, paper mache, a bit of ballet and chairs, pottery and naturally candle making. Then I'll stretch, maybe sketch, take a climb, so just, and I'll reread the books if I have time to spare. I'll paint the walls some more, I'm sure there's room somewhere, and then I'll brush and brush and brush and brush my hair, stuck in the same place I've always been. I'll keep wondering and wondering and wondering and wondering when will my life begin. Tomorrow night the lights will appear just like they do on my birthday each year. What is it like up there when they glow? Now that I'm older, Mother might just let me go.
Y'all hear me? All right, here we go. That was Chloe Stanger, ladies and gentlemen. What a voice. All right. This is not Guns N' Roses. This is Bob Dylan. Despite what the programs might tell you, all I need from y'all for this song is just sing along to the chorus. It's real simple. It's knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Here we go. Mama, take this badge off of me. I can't use it anymore. It's getting dark, too dark to see. Feel I'm knocking on heaven's door. Here we go. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. I wanna hear y'all, come on. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Just like so many times before. Mama, I hear that thunder roar, echoing down from God's distant shore. I can hear him calling for my soul. knock, knocking on heaven's door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Just like so many times before. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. One last chance to sing, everybody. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Now just you guys take it. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Hey, 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 hey. Just like so many times before. Y'all sound amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Will Mendez, and also welcome Coach Stengel back to the stage. It's on.
Walking to the south, out of Roanoke, I caught a trucker at a field, he had a nice long took, and he's a heading west for the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. I gotta get a move on before the sun. I hear my baby calling, I know that she's the only one. If I die in Raleigh, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like a wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. To the south, out of Roanoke, I caught a trucker at a field, he had a nice long tote, and he's a heading west for the Cumberland Gap to Johnson City, Tennessee. I gotta get a move on the first line. I hear my baby calling, I know that she's the only one. If I die in Raleigh, at least I will die free. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Oh, so rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, and I wanna feel. Hey, yeah, yeah. Mama, rock, you can rock me. Rock me.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Guitar Club, and want to make sure that we acknowledge, we made notes in our program this evening of all of our seniors that are graduating this year, and Alex Hoy is one of those members of the class of 2025. So we'd like to recognize Alex tonight as one of our seniors, along with Dante Mucci, who you heard already before in our jazz band, Mitsuzuki, another senior, Lily Goldbeck, and Caroline Choiki are among our senior members this evening that are here performing. So one big round of applause for our class of 2025. They did quite a send-off both last week and this week, and wouldn't have it any other way. For our final performance this evening, our final group this evening, I hope you're ready for a good old time, maybe even a truck or two. But please help me welcome the South River Percussion Ensemble under the direction of Mr. Drew Hara.
Percussion Ensemble. We practice almost every week. There's 6 of us, 7 of us. The first song we played was Vampire Weekend song. I was trying to find something that would be like fun and fast and have a lot of notes. And I think that's what that was. I enjoyed it. Now we're going to play Jimmy Buffett song. For the last few years since we've been doing this type of music, it's my desire to always do a Jimmy Buffett song. It's nice that we have a slower tune, even though not everybody loves playing the slower songs. And I wanted to make sure and take a moment to specifically call out my daughter who helped me arrange this one. She helped me with the harmonization for all the mallets. So I just want to say a special thanks to Abby for all that. And here is Fire 40 by Jimmy Buffett. Alright, everybody got their music? Sir? Good. we have here between the bells and the xylophone, kind of like a male and a female voice, if you will, in this. Yeah, enjoy. So now we're obviously, you didn't know it's going to transition to something far louder and a little less melodic, but no less difficult. I think this is where they would all rather be all of the time, but they indulge me and grow as musicians and are able to play those instruments and these instruments, which could not be more different. So I'm incredibly proud of everything that this group has accomplished this year. So the first song we're going to play. The first thing we're going to play here is called Feel Good Hit. All of these songs are songs that I've written. They're kind of inspired by other songs. So it's like a tune that I've heard or something I like, and then I'll take it and turn it into this, what you're going to hear. So this is Feel Good Hit. It's called Pop Track. Enjoy. This next one, you guys remember a band from the 90s called Fatboy Slim? They had one song you might have known, and then they also had this song called Rockefeller Skank. When my son was playing sports, he needed a pump-up song, and he didn't have one. And so my wife and I decided that this was his pump-up song. It's like 6.5 minutes long of just the same thing over and over and over again. But what I absolutely love about this, and what I wanted to put into this, and what I want you to kind of listen for, once we get like way into it, it has like what should sound like a deceleration, but it's just a change in the meter of what we're playing to make it sound slower. And then it has again, like a meter change, a cello rondo in it to get us back up to tempo and finish up the song. Something I've always wanted to write, always wanted to do it. So I'm excited about that. And if anyone was unaware, this would be the song that executes verses.
Stop!
Yeah, sure.
Wait, no, we're doing my 13. Oh my god. Okay.
Give it up for your South River High School Percussion Ensemble under the direction of Mr. Drew Hall. And one more round of applause for our guitar club, our commercial band, and our South River Jazz Band under the direction of Mr. Mike Taylor. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being here this evening to celebrate music education in our community here in our school. Unfortunately, I left off one other senior to be recognized tonight, Miss Chloe Stanger, who's in our guitar club tonight, one of our singers that was here tonight, another member of the class of 2025. And since we were just honoring Dante just a minute ago, he was also the recipient of the Louis Armstrong National Jazz Band Award here, and his name. Yes, absolutely. His name, along with Caroline Troikis and Will Mendez, who's here this evening, they are all recipients of national music awards, and their name will be inscribed on a plaque that will hang in the music room in the band and orchestra room, so that when they come back to visit and when you come to visit and see our band and orchestra room, you'll also be able to look at all the names on that wall and be able to commemorate their contributions here to our music program. So on behalf of Principal Smith, Ms. Medea, our administrative liaison, our wonderful booster officer staff here this evening, Ms. Miucci, Ms. Goldback, and Ms. Mensch, making our place look so beautiful and ready for presenting for you this evening. We have Xander back there running our tech, our lights and sound this evening. Thank you to your help and assistance as always. And certainly, folks, we certainly hope we'll see you back soon. We've got some upcoming events in the program as well. Not to mention our summer band camp starting on August the 4th. Information and registration information will be coming out to you once we get back from Memorial Day weekend. But have a lovely, long Memorial Day weekend, fun, safe, and enjoyable. And we'll see you at our next event. Take care and have a good night. Bye-bye.